Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
Take my latest run-in with Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
Believe it, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And here we go.
Hello, welcome to the Wrestling Asylum. I am the good doctor. I am Harley Quinn. And let's just say let me talk to you. Yeah. A heart for LA Knight right there. Okay, let's get to the business at hand. I shall introduce you to the warden of this fabulous asylum, the one, the only, the Joka. Oh no! Oh no, Mr. J.
I thought this day would never come. I've waited 2 seasons for this.
Monumental occasion is happening.
I need you all to play a dirge. Jim Cornette, you will metaphorically get your wish.
You do.
Because tonight we have a to enjoy. I've waited 2 seasons for this. And you may have noticed lately that I've been putting a lot of victims. But first things first, we got to shout out some love. So like, share, subscribe. You know the deal. Tell a friend, telegraph, telephone, tell an inmate, tell a wrestler. Make sure you check everybody out. If you missed the ladies live earlier, the replay's up
Check
and
it
going.
out.
At the archives live on YouTube or wherever to get your podcast. Go to our link tree Off the Top Ropes podcast. Make sure you go there because you're going to find everything about the Pod Mob, where we're at, and the brands we ambassador for. Like, have you guys kicked the coffee habit yet?
Have you?
If you haven't, W Energy, OTTR Mob, 10% off the order. Get rid of the freaking coffee. Coffee addiction. You're going to be glad you did. And if you don't, well, I just got some shocking incentives to kind of this idea along.
Oh, yeah.
We have some new ones that have joined us this season, and we want to send those shout outs right now. So, we got our friends at DreamLive.store. Get your merch there. Look fresh. 15% off. You know the coupon code. It's hoodie season. It's sweatshirt season. The year. But if you want to stay flashy, get Solus.com. 25% off the whole order. You can bling, get your watch, get your Rolex. Oh, wait, they don't do that.
Yeah, they do have shades, though, that look really good.
Get Solus.com. Deals for Joker Blade. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, before we go to the shit, I gotta say one thing. Without all of you, there's no us.
No.
And without the boss, none of this is possible.
Absolutely.
So, boss,
thank you.
just figured I'd show some love today. But now, you're all probably wondering why I was so sad earlier. Well, a long time I've waited for this. Vince Russo, your reckoning, my friend.
Coming.
As you all
So
know,
coming.
Before that, the Wrestler's Life Chamber opened this week. The lovely Madusa.
Aha!
To kick things off today, I never thought I'd see the day this could ever happen. Billy Corgan pulls off the unthinkable. The NWA is on television. As we all know, Billy Corgan bought the reins of the National Wrestling Alliance and brought it to YouTube back in 2019. Since then, NWA Power has had multiple episodes, events, even through the pandemic. As you can see, the reigning champion EC3 leading the charge. Apparently, we've heard that it's in fact going to be 2 TV deals, one of them with the channel you all should know very well, the CW network. The National Wrestling Alliance, after how many plus years, is back on television?
Wow.
Is it possible in the 21st century that a man who is the front runner of one of the most iconic rock bands of all time.
World is a
You don't know who the
vampire.
Smashing Pumpkins are. Here's the thing. Go watch Batman Forever. Get the soundtrack. You'll thank me for that later.
Or watch Batman and Robin. You'll hear one of his songs in the end credits.
That one too. Now, the NWA was on TV. We had different things back in the 70s and 80s. Last of it was Georgia Championship Wrestling. We all know what that led to. WCW. Now, Billy Corgan, say what you want, has been doing his thing. Has he found a formula that is now about to bear fruit after almost 4 years? I have to ask this question to you. With WWE, with Raw, NXT, SmackDown, with AEW, Dynamite, Rampage, needs to be
Collision.
There, Collision. You have Impact. You have New Japan. You've now brought the unthinkable to reality. Will the NWA find a way to be successful, or what if the downfall should come to pass? That is a question that many fans have been asking me that, and my thought is, let's just see what happens. I mean, I'm going to propose that to the viewers and propose that to you. I'm going to let you have the floor for a moment, darling.
Well, I think this is a process just like anything else. We don't know if they're going to succeed on the CW. We have no idea. But, I'm curious to see how everything goes.
Well, think about it.
I just hope Billy Corgan knows what he's doing.
In my opinion, I know he does. I mean, look what he's done in terms of his music career. He tried to do some stuff to, get TNA back on track. We all know what happened there. Dixie Carter, don't worry. I haven't forgot about your bitch ass.
You're next, bitch. You're next, lady. We're going to get you.
I'm not letting her wander in. He made some special mission.
Yep.
But to me, we all know that for a number of time, before it was known as the CW, it used to be known as UPN.
I remember that.
Let me talk to you.
What started on UPN? Yeah.
LA Night. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah. So women of wrestling. Yep, absolutely. By the way, shout out to women of wrestling. I don't know how this is going to play.
This is going to be very intriguing to see how this plays out.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the second TV deal is. It could be to help with pay-per-view. It could be a second network for something for like NWA USA on the weekends. I don't know.
There you go. Maybe.
But
what day and time?
What day and time?
I know.
Wow, they haven't said. Corgan's playing this too close to the chest right now.
He is. Wow, I think might be Saturdays or Sundays. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of CW, so I couldn't say for sure.
He hasn't really said what exactly day he's doing it. All that's been announced so far, and what we can confirm, is that he's got 2 TV deals. One is with CW, so who knows what the other one's going to be?
True.
In my honest opinion.
And when NWA comes on, you mean considering
Lennox.
you have Raw on Mondays, NXT on Tuesdays, Dynamite on Wednesdays, Rampage on Friday. Oh, Lennox, yeah, it's very interesting. And then Collision on Saturday. You have Impact on Thursday. He's got to really pick and choose carefully.
I don't know.
He wants it on.
I don't see it happening on a Sunday. I don't.
No,
I can tell you that.
I don't either. Especially with the NFL going on.
Football, that's football. That's hockey. That's pay-per-view. That's what that. I could see it being. I could see. My idea would be, and if Corgan does it and he pulls it off, that's impressive. I could see him trying to duplicate 605, going back to the old way. Thursday could work. We
Thursday could work.
Honor on the Honor Club app.
Yep.
Right.
Impact on Access TV, and I think New Japan. Is still on. Yeah, New Japan right after on Access TV. So
my question would be the amount of wrestling that's flooding the market, which is not a bad.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever, because this gives all the talent places to work, new talent coming up to get noticed. My opinion of this is, will this be more harm than good in terms of success? Sundays, I don't know. I mean, like we said,
either.
Thursday might work. Saturday, maybe. If Corgan goes to 605 like he did, like they did with WCW Saturday night back in the 80s,
I remember that.
See it working.
It's possible.
Could see it working. He stays with the 1 hour format that he's had, which is fine. But if he did it on a Saturday, I could maybe see it be pulled off.
Maybe.
I could see, okay, this might work. Oh, trust me, I've tried. I got told no.
What? I've been praying for it, and
I got told no.
Nope.
I tried to pull a Doug Funny. If you don't know the episode,
Serenity now!
Oh, Serenity now!
Exactly, my friend. So, overall, it's going to be interesting to see what night, because when you don't announce, it's difficult to predict.
It is.
You can backseat quarterback, all that. I think whatever's getting ironed out is going to determine what time, what night. And the network might ask Corgan if there's a way to do 2 hours. I don't think you want to do that. No. I think if he's going to go live on cable, stay the hour that you've been, see what the numbers are in 3 to 6 months, then make that decision. It's what they did with. It's what they did with Fox Sports Net when Impact started there.
Yeah.
When they did it before they ended up getting the Spike deal.
Yep.
Overall, that, or even the CW app, that works too. Maybe Corgan is seeing the streaming business.
That would definitely work.
Because
WoW uses the CW. Yeah, this is boss. This is dicey. This is dicey. Very dicey.
Baby. Speaking of Ziggy, oh, by the way, before we continue, we're just in a little birdie in my ear. A certain Switchblade has been seen at Collision backstage. No. That door's still open. That door is still open. I can tell you that. But Corgan is really focused on what he's doing. He's not going to.
It's better to keep his focus on what he wants to do before he decides to partner up with someone like Tony Khan, and they can come up with ideas.
They did it before, but as Tony said, that door's open. But right now, what he's doing.
Corgan Van got bought out. Oh, jeez.
I plead the fifth.
I'm pleading the fifth.
I'll plead the fifth.
Nope.
Some kind of crazy deal.
Yeah, probably.
But to me, that's what needs to happen. Stay focused on the 1 hour for now. See what the numbers are. I mean, at this point, Boss is right. I could predict if this goes on the CW app, that could go well.
That could. I mean, I think it worked for what I think it worked for Women of Wrestling. I mean, I've seen pretty much their episodes on the CW app, so
it did.
It
so maybe they go the same route. But then here's
probably.
the other question: what the hell's the other TV deal? I'm seeing
that's
two.
the big one.
That's the $64 trillion question here.
So serious. That's why your approval ratings are so low. Hey, tell you what. Try threatening me again, but this time, try it with a smile.
But overall, that's where I see this going. So to me personally, smart.
Yep.
He's being so tight-lipped.
Yeah, then again, I don't think that's surprising with Billy Corgan at all.
Well, I mean, at this point, when word got broke in 2019 that the NWA had been bought, I forget for how long nobody knew who did. And then when that announcement came and he's standing there with the logo behind him, I went, he's going to try this shit. I went, he's going to try this shit again after the bad taste TNA gave him.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's see.
Nobody knows how to have fun anymore, right? But
it's working so far.
Baghead, he's figured out a way to solve that.
It's time to give this city the boost it needs.
Time to stop taking ourselves so seriously. I mean, come on, Gotham. What do you have to lose? Except your sanity.
I think it needs an enema more than anything.
It does need an enema more than just stuff sprayed in your face and you go crazy.
In closing for this segment, my thoughts to summarize will be this. Whatever Corgan does, the minute the news breaks, he's going to, no pun, he'll shock the system all right. Because now, I'm not saying, don't take this out of context.
Nope.
When was the last time? I know we have other companies, some,
Yeah.
Now we could have reminiscent of something we have not seen in almost 30 years. And
I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
I will give you these 3 cities and you should be able to piece it.
Yeah.
Greenwich, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Atlanta.
WWE. WWE. ECW. WCW. Did I get it right?
Yes. This is intriguing because very familiar, hardcore long-term fans know these brands so well.
They do.
If you look at it from this perspective, it's there. WCW in its form. AEW you could call the ECW. What's up, Dukes? And
Dukes.
We have the powerhouse in WWE.
Definitely.
So we have bared witness to that. Not saying the companies are the same. Not saying that.
No.
It's the scenario of the situation. Think back to going into One Night Stand 05, that promo when it's Mr. Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Mr. Heyman, Mr. Bischoff, Mr. McMahon, 05, before One Night Stand.
Who's the weirdo? She's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, she's giving him something, all right. But Doc,
yeah.
I heard a little birdie tell you found out something too.
Mhm.
Tell the folks at home what that might be.
Of course. PWI released its top 250 women wrestlers, and besides the obvious people like the 4 horsewomen, Becky, Bailey, Charlotte, and Mercedes, number 1 on this list is the woman known as Mommy, Miss Rhea Ripley. There she is. You definitely get to see other people there. You have Zelina Vega, Jamie Hayter. There's Julia. There's Bianca. Love it. And yep, there. Miss Jamie.
Well, we know who that was. We know who wanted that to be number 1.
Yes, and he did thank me for giving him the information on that one. So there you go.
And
of course, Athena.
No surprise.
No surprise with Athena. And you have Deonna Purrazzo, the first.
I'm shocked she was there.
Yeah. This one surprising me was
She
Willow
should have
Nightingale
been
at
a
number
little
8.
bit
I was
higher.
like, a little bit higher.
She should have been a little bit high. Oh my God, she should have been top 3. Like the full top 3.
Jordan Grace at number 10.
I'm
Yikes.
mixed on that one.
And then it keeps going. You got Roxanne Perez, Jade Cargill, Kyrie Sane, Taya Valkyrie. God, this list is going faster. Indy Hartwell.
I see Jody Threat. That's my dog.
There you go.
Oh,
Mercedes
there's
Martinez,
some
Staff Delander.
Here.
Yeah, there's some empty spots to see. Ruby Soho, Zoe Stark, Kylan King, Riho, Emi Sakura, Mariah May.
I know local favorite Christina Marie was on this list. She's way down, but she's climbing her way up.
Way down. There's Diamante, Madison
Rain,
Piper
there's
Nevin,
women on this list
Chelsea Green.
Are those,
and there's Layla Gray.
There's some women on this list. They're in that, you know, they're under the radar, but don't sleep on them type situation.
No,
like
definitely
Allison
not.
Kay. Allison Kay is one. There's a lot of women. This list to me was like, okay.
Yeah.
Mommy was going to make sense given the situation that's been going on for over a year.
I mean, she is white hot right now with the Judgment Day being women's world champion. The storyline, nuclear hot, like her storyline with Dominic and everything. I mean, it just makes sense to me that she would be number 1 on this list. It just does.
The only way I could see her not is if she had gotten legit hurt to the point where it was like, I got to relinquish. I'm going to be gone.
Yeah. That was the one thing I was worried about when Nia Jax came back and did the bonsai drop and let go of the ropes. I was like, oh God, don't hurt her. Don't hurt Rhea, please. Dear God. Yeah.
Can we not reminisce with Nia, please? I'm still having
No,
fun.
I'm not going to. I was just mentioning that, but thank God Rhea's okay. So
what?
My thing to me with this list. There's some women that should be higher up.
Yes.
And then there's some that you look and you go,
why are they there?
Why are we here?
Yeah, why are we here?
What made you get noticed? I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner.
No,
it's not. It's being mean to the women.
No.
It's more of what did you do that gained enough notice by the fans that when this list was being written, they were like, okay, this is the spot where we're going to put this person.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that there were a lot of empty slots.
It does make you wonder, though.
I was wondering, were there women there and they were removed for any given reason? Or was it, we don't know who to put here, so it's going to say
true. Yeah, that's true.
Not the first time I've seen it. It won't be the last because it's happened with the guys from time to time. But I'm going to tell you right now, to me, Rhea made sense.
Yep.
I would have shit if she would have tied it. I'm just saying, hypothetical. If she would have tied for first with somebody, I would have been like, whoa, wait a minute here.
It was like, hold it.
There better be a damn good explanation why.
Exactly.
On evidence.
Yep.
Okay. Now, Camille, to me, should have been top 3 at minimum for how long she was champion and what she's bringing in the fucking ring.
Yeah. Surprised to find Willow Nightingale in the top 10. I was just like, whoa, hold on a minute there.
I'm not, because look at what she's done since she
Yeah,
showed up.
New Japan Strong Women's Champion.
She's had some.
She's Owen Hart Cup tournament winner.
She's had some bad.
She's on the rise. Yeah,
I mean, she nearly became women. She nearly defeated Athena, not once but twice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's gone, toe to toe
with Jade Cargill. Yeah, and
with Jade. She took everything Jade threw at her.
Mm-hmm.
She's also, but at the same time, she's also put other talent over.
Yeah.
This next sentence, you're going to understand, folks.
Yeah.
She is what Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was. She's a natural baby face.
Yes.
You cannot turn her heel. It won't work.
Yeah, that's why the whole her spitting the mist and Julie Hart spitting the mist in Willow's face and kind of seeing Willow exhibit that dark side. I was like, this just doesn't make sense to me.
It's not gonna work.
She is a natural baby. She's so bubbly and full of personality and just ray of sunshine, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the reason, and like you alluded to, that's why I said she's the female version of Ricky the Dragon. You could never turn Ricky heel, no matter how hard you tried. The fans would have said, fuck you, ain't gonna happen.
Exactly.
Niet. Nine. No.
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay? It won't work. Now, to see Dana Purrazzo where she was, it's kind of like, what have you done lately?
Besides
stuff like that. Now, some women on the list, like Giselle Shaw, Joey, the hometown girl here, they're moving up.
Yes.
They haven't had that one big chance to step into something bigger where fans are going to go, wait, what the fuck?
Who's this? I want to see more of her.
Christina Marie's done it the last few years with AEW, and then she was on ROH.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect, in terms of ROH, now that Layla Hirsch is back, she's going to want the W back because it was Christina Marie's match on Dark or Dark Elevation here in Rochester, where it was supposed to be the two of them going at it.
Yeah.
And then, I forget how fast after the bell rang, something went wrong, and Layla was done.
Yep. To her and me, I think, in that match.
If they do it, if the rumors I've been hearing are true, I can't say anything. I don't have full verification.
Yeah.
But if what the word on the vine is true, that could happen somewhere down the road, not too distant future. I don't know. But here's what I do know. You have women on that list that are like those diamond dark horses that you don't expect. And the minute they, that, you're going to go, why didn't they get a title shot? Why aren't they main eventing? Why am I not seeing?
Why are we not seeing them on TV and all that?
Yeah. Here's the best example I will give you.
Okay.
Mickey James and Trinity. Look what they're doing.
They're going to go for the Knockouts title at Bound for Glory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trinity, for a short time, was off the air because before she showed up, she'd been released. Nobody knew what she was going to do. She hadn't made up her mind. She had walked out with Mercedes, which I totally respect. I'm not going to, falter. I get it. Believe me, I get it.
No, I do too.
But nobody expected that. It was a complete surprise. Welcome, to be sure. Now you have a situation for Naomi that is going to be very beneficial for her, the brand, the company, and for fans. She now steps into the ring with a certified stamp Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Better get it soon. Considering her husband just showed up and is now the GM on SmackDown. Shout out to the National Treasure. I better see the rubber match. That's all I'm going to say. But
Mr. Aldis versus Rhodes, let's have it.
Yep, round 3. But you now have that situation for Trinity that's going to help elevate the division, give more notice.
Yes.
And you're going to see promoters and promotions looking at the independents as they do.
Yep.
And they're going to go, give me that 250 list again. Let me take a look. Okay, what the hell? Okay.
There we go.
Okay, we're cooking with grease here. But overall,
No, without.
you know,
What are you laughing at?
exactly my point. What are you?
Yeah, what are we
laughing
laughing? What are we laughing at?
But to me personally, this now presents the best opportunity that the women have had in years.
Oh yeah.
Remember, a couple years at the Royal Rumble, Nikki showed up. What did she have with her? What was
The
around her
Knockouts
waist?
title. The Knockouts championship belt.
And
She
they
had her
called
Impact
it
theme.
all of it.
Boom. All of it.
Guess what?
The whole 9 yards.
So that night actually did good for Impact because it put fans of WWE saying, she's where? We know that.
What's the name of it again? Impact? Let's check it
We
out.
know that promotion from years ago. I thought it was
right.
So they're not. This is the same situation that's gonna be. It's gonna get even higher for them. Same thing with whatever Billy Corgan does with the NWA. Whatever Vince does. Oh wait, side note. We talked about it last week. The game does, which I'm anticipating he might have something cooking.
Sure he does.
But now it also makes TK have to go. All right, I need to look at my women's roster and say, okay,
and step up my game in terms of booking matches and storylines.
I've kind of got a little sidetracked and stagnant. We need to get back to what I was doing.
Yes.
And get going again. I'm not saying that Sky Blue hasn't stepped up. Shout out to the gear the other night.
Oh, yeah. Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Where are you?
I need some help to smoke you. But
you know, without you, I just wouldn't want to go on.
Brings a tear to my eye. But before we go to break,
okay.
All right. What I want to say is this. The women's division as a whole throughout all the major promotions, even the indies, you are seeing some of these young up-and-comers. They're gelling with a lot of big names. And what is happening is all of a sudden you have fans going to IWTV Live. They're, on Facebook, checking out these promotions. They're looking to see who's going to break through that barrier to get that opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say this with all sincerity. Something tells me before the year is over, and this is in terms of the whole list.
Okay.
Jade Cargill should have been higher up.
Yep.
She should have been in the top
500 days.
I'm okay.
As champion.
I'm okay with her being top 20. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But she should have been within top 10. Period. In the short amount of time she's been doing what she's been doing, she should have been fucking top 10. Period.
Yes.
Given what she has been doing. And now the proverbial teasing of TikTok. Who am I going to go for first? I'm anticipating, aside from what's going to happen at Battle for Glory tonight, okay? Jade's first time wrestling in WWE. She's going to shoot up the list within one match.
Yep.
Because of what she's going to bring and how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's going to be beneficial.
Who's she going to face in order to achieve that? That's what everyone wants to know. Like, who?
But that's the beautiful part. They've been teasing this on all 3 brands so well.
Becky, Charlotte.
Pretty much everybody.
Pretty much everybody.
Yeah, Rhea, not yet.
Not yet.
I expect it.
Eventually.
I'm expecting it. I expect it maybe tonight on Monday. Remember what happened last night? Jay Pierce. Remember the words that Adam said. Let the games begin.
Yeah.
What are we? 4 weeks away.
Survivor Series. Yep.
I anticipate Chi-Town is where either Jade makes her debut or she does it prior. That will be the most intriguing aspect. And she's going to shoot up the list fast.
She will.
Because we also now have Bianca Belair.
Who's back, yep.
That is about that confrontation, that face-to-face is about to happen. That happens, those 2 women, top 3, period.
Boom.
With that said, folks, we want you to take a break. Get your...
Into the air, Junior Birdman, miss me. Yeah, watch me.
Get your snacks, get your alcohol, because the second half of the show, I said this earlier, I'm going to say it now. If you have little small children who are fans, they must not be in the room.
No,
the second half is going to be TV X.
Yes.
We will see you right after the break. Don't leave. Stick around. See you soon.
Tonight on The Joker, will Batman defeat our charismatic star in time to save the hostages? Will Joker finally take control of Gotham once and for all? To find out, stay tuned. Same Joker crime, same Joker channel.
Got nothing left to lose. Nothing can hurt me anymore. My life is nothing but a comedy.
Love that Joker.
Uh-oh. He don't look happy. He's been using Brand X. With new Joker brand, I get a grin again and again.
That luscious tan, those ruby lips and hair color, so natural, only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Love that Joker.
So remember, put on a a happy face.
What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Miss Layla Gray, and you are listening to Off the Top Rope podcast. Y'all need to check out this interview. Check out my man, because he knows how to do his damn job. So, check it out. Stay tuned.
Well, this is Tana Lee, all you want to see, and I'm here on Off the Top Ropes Radio. And make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and share for more.
You're next.
It's WCW NWO Thunder, only on the PlayStation game console. Choose your competition, pick your weapon, and play Thunder till your thumbs bleed.
Feel my power with WCW NWO Thunder.
4Red Video presents ECW Superstore Taz, live at the Pro Wrestling Shop in the Neshaminy Mall. Come Saturday, April 3rd from noon to 2 and meet the reigning ECW Heavyweight Champion Taz. Beat him if you can, survive if he lets you. He'll be at the Neshaminy Mall in person, signing autographs, posing for pictures, meeting you, the true hardcore wrestling fan. Remember, Taz, Saturday, April 3rd, noon to 2, Taz, the ECW Heavyweight Champ at Neshaminy Mall. Be there!
Well, I see the lovely Queen Courtney and Dre Wheels.
Courtney, Dre, what up?
Have joined us tonight. Now, folks, if you've been watching for quite a while, you all know my chambers. Analyze this, wrestler's life, what if? And, you know, I looked inside my wrestler's life chamber, and an icon, a 2015 Hall of Famer, happened to show her beautiful self. Her real name is Deborah Michelli, but we've known her by two different names. Alundra Blaze, but her iconic name, the one and only Madusa. Now, for those of you who do not know, Madusa would begin training back in the 70s and 80s. She even did time in Japan, where she studied under Aja Kong, Bull Nakano, just to name a few. But when she would be part of the, let's just say, floundering early stages of WCW's mess,
Right.
because of the stuff that the Crockett's had done, she would eventually become the original Paul Heyman girl, alongside the Dangerous Alliance. She would become a manager for some time. Eventually, she would, of course, work her way to gain the ultimate dream and become World Wrestling Federation Women's World Champion in the early 90s. But when women's wrestling had been losing its popularity, we all know that WCW came a-knocking. And an old friend of her past had made an offer. One, she says to this day she still regrets.
Oh.
The moment you saw a few moments ago, the infamous title belt in the garbage.
Oh, God.
She has said throughout many interviews over the years, that's right, boss, where the big girls play.
Yep.
She said for many, many years, it is the one thing she regretted. But without that moment, we would not have seen Vince be forced by 98. he would get no choice but to revive the women's division, and then it took off.
Yep.
Madusa putting the belt in the trash was, fuck you, watch this.
Yep.
She eventually, although I do not know how she did the whole cougar thing in 2000 with that dude from 3 Count.
Jeez.
Don't have, oh, good Lord.
Ooh.
She always said
Not
she
even
liked
going to.
the watchboards. I mean, don't get me wrong, MILF alert, but still, I digress. She would quietly retire from wrestling as a whole in 2000. As WCW continued to spiral down the toilet.
Yep.
Now, many people do not know unless you've followed her. She would go on to be in the monster truck circuit.
Ooh.
Quite a while. She was beloved there. She used her favorite color, pink. She had Madusa spread all over the thing. The works.
Wow.
Currently also has a Twitch channel that she streams on. She does pay-per-views, old matches, something from time to time. You gotta go check it out. You never know when she's gonna be on. Sometimes she's on all the time. Sometimes she's not. Hey, folks, she has a life too. She's
True.
happily retired. When she came back for the Hall of Fame, she took the belt out of the trash. Best moment for her.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact that maybe some know, some do not. When they were going to put together the Madusa display that they have, and yes, she did, Courtney, she did have her own monster truck. I can confirm that.
It's very cool.
Yeah, she beat the crap out of the NWO monster trucks and Hulk Hogan's. You remember that, folks? You know what I'm talking about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But if you've seen WWE Lost Treasures on A&E,
yeah.
If you've ever been to a WrestleMania fan access experience, you'll know where I'm going. You see all the different wrestlers' gear, stuff, all those mementos. Mick Foley got tasked with trying to do the impossible. When Madusa came back for her Hall of Fame, we're going to go back to that because it all ties in. Okay. What happened is she went to talk with the old man. That heart to heart. Some serious fences and bridges were mended after all those years. He said, I get what he was caught on a hot mic. And he said, I understood why you did it. I get it. Let it go. I let it go. You let it go. He goes, but, and he said, I get it. And they hugged. They hugged for a good minute or two because it meant so much.
Yeah.
Well, after the Hall of Fame, she went to hand Vince that title belt.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, it belongs to you. When they were putting the display together, Foley tried to buy it.
Ooh.
The number he gave him, well, into the 6 figures.
Yikes.
All I'm going to tell you. Now, that I have to go back and watch it again. I don't think that succeeded because from what I remember, if I'm right, I'll have to double check. She still has it. But okay. I can tell you wholeheartedly, the fact that she felt so guilty speaks to the testament of who she is as a human being. But look at what she did. Look at the tutelage she sat under. The numerous guys she'd managed. Rick Rude. She got to work with Sherry Martel. She got to work with Arn Anderson. Larry Zbyszko.
Yep.
She is the OG Paul Heyman girl.
Yeah.
So guess what? She even got to hang with the man we know as the special counsel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman.
The monikers you want to give him.
Yep.
guess what? She got to teach Paul Heyman a thing or two.
Nice.
She got to sit under some great wrestler learning trees. And if you go to see some of the things she did in Japan, holy shit.
Ooh.
She's got footage of those on her Twitch.
There you
Alundra Blaze, aka Madusa, even as a manager, was making waves.
Yeah.
She was doing the whole Cougar thing in 2000. So guess what?
Before Vicky Guerrero came along on that.
We don't talk about that.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Mr. J will be with you in a minute. He has to turn the camera off for this next portion.
Sorry.
Peanut butter aisle 9.
Can't miss comedy, folks.
Oops.
Okay, I'm good. Overall.
Thank goodness.
Yes, Courtney, we do not talk about that. No, we don't talk about no. Overall, Madusa left a mark in the sport because she tried to reignite women's wrestling.
Yes.
She did her best. At the time, Vince felt it was too stagnant. He got into the women need to be managers again, this, that, and the third. Hence what happened with Bischoff.
Yeah.
So funny. I just said Bischoff.
You did say Bischoff.
We'll talk about that at the end of the show. I just had an idea.
Yeah.
Remind me. But now, I want anyone in the chat, or even you, Doc, to share your favorite Madusa moment that you remember. For me, it was when she finally won the WWF Women's Championship.
Yep. And I think they redid the whole title thrown in the trash thing. Wasn't she a hardcore champion?
Actually, they did it, but it was in the reverse.
Oh.
It was in reverse.
Yeah. Whereas I think it was Cora Jade threw the title in the trash and Madusa pulled it out.
And Madusa pulled it back out. Yes, she was. She did do that. She had that. She even was $1 million champion for a moment until a certain $1 million man paid up.
Oh.
So yes, she was
champion. Oh my God.
As well. Yes, she was, boss. She was, in fact, that too. Although I don't remember how she did that. I don't know if she used a steel chair, low blow to the nuts. Don't quote me on that.
Something.
Chances are probably dead both. Would not surprise me. I mean, look
nope.
What we're talking about here.
We will leave a mark on the city. We will spread across it like a virus. Do you know why? There's nothing more contagious than laughter. My line. There's nothing more contagious than laughter.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But now, anybody have a moment they want to share? Other than the one that you mentioned when she handled the shit with Cora Jade.
Right. Funny thing is, I don't have a lot of memories of Madusa. That's just the only one that sticks out in my
I remember her as a manager. I remember the first time I saw her when she was with Rick Rude. And it was the night, Saturday night on 605. And it was the night that Paul Heyman and the rest of the Dangerous Alliance introduced this very young up-and-comer. He had a red robe in the U.S. Championship. He said he was from California, even though he's a fucking Texan. He would go on to be the GOAT 3-6-10. That was the very first time I saw her. I had seen highlights of things she did in the ring and how she was as a manager, that women's distraction at ringside. I loved what she's done since she put. Yep, we talked about that, Courtney. We did. We just talked about that. One of the things
in the trash.
I think if she were to do it, and she opened up a school, she would do well. I think she would probably break a lot of girls in the way she was in Japan.
Yeah, it would definitely
I think she
get a lot of women's.
I think calling on.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, she's, truth be told, she just turned 60 and looks like she's 40. She looks like she's fucking 40. Can we say she's hit real life cougar status, folks? She was a MILF before MILF was mainstream. So, to all you horny young men out there that love the whole MILF thing, do yourselves a favor. Look up Madusa and say thank you.
Yes.
And to us who grew up in the 90s, when it first started with the first American Pie film in 1999, once again, on behalf of all the men out there, Stifler's mom, Madusa, thank you. You're welcome.
Let me talk to you.
But now, before I close the door, if anybody has anything else they'd like to say, now's the time. Because once I close this chamber. Oh no, Courtney.
Warm up. Oh!
Well, guess what, folks? It's to the point now where I'm going to leave you with this line. We'll just tell your mother we ate it all.
Yeah.
If you know, all I'm going to say is Jason Pigs and a pie. Starting with 2 fingers, ended somewhere else.
Yeah.
I still don't know how the hell that happened.
I don't know. Eric
Oh,
Stifler.
God, yes, Stifler. Yes. Oh, Stifler's mom. Hey, Stifler's mom and Madusa were the first MILFs. Okay? That's when that whole thing started. Now, close the chamber for this week. Because next time my chamber opens, who's it going to be? We will not know. But now, folks, before we do this, if you have young children in the room, I told you earlier.
Out now.
X-rated. It's about to get nasty time. So, Doc.
Yes.
You know my rules. To those uninitiated in my asylum,
yes.
Could you please tell them the golden rule?
Don't wander in here and assume the warden's place. Don't take his throne. And
Hello,
number
Bobby.
2, don't mess with me. Hi, Bobby. Don't mess with a good doctor.
So I'm going to give a brief bullet point for anyone initiated. Those are the 2 golden ones. The third one is don't think you're going to try and the fucking master of this place. Because if you don't like it, you ain't going to like what comes next. But you see, victim from last season, Mr. Cornett, if you somehow end up getting tweeted this, I hope you enjoy. I'm going to give you your metaphorical wet dream.
Oh my God.
Tonight.
Thank you, Bobby.
The cum stain of professional wrestling. The dumpster fire of his mother's eye. This man wandered into my room and thought he could fuck around, bro. And no, I'm not talking to you, Matt Riddle.
Nope.
Because if I were to fly you, I'd get a fucking contact time too heavy. I feel like I'm on it. Let me get a bump to come off.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
He is the poster child of Dad's poor pullout game, My mom should have swallowed more. The mutant offspring of a deranged monkey, Brian Alvarez, shout out to Christian Cage for calling his ass out, and David Meltzer, our favorite bastard. Jim Cornette wants to outlive him so he can piss and shit on his grave. The one and only Vincent Russo.
Warning. The following scene contains language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Will be completely ignored.
Oh, Vinny Roo. Doc.
You have, yes.
You already know.
I do.
I got this one.
Okay.
Vinny Roo, the guy that owned a Blockbuster store, who thought he could be a magazine writer, who in turn would help with some of the scripts of the Attitude Era, who basically almost put TNA in jeopardy on multiple occasions with his monkey shit-flinging concepts, who thought Crash TV of Jerry Springer era could work in TNA. No, bro. And I've seen you on Vice, Dark Side of the Ring. Dude, shave that fucking beard. God
Doesn't
damn.
look good.
The worst part about it is, Eric Bischoff has said it best. You are a jizz stain on this sport. You think you still know how this game works. Let me explain something to you. This right here, Ed Ferrara should get his ass fucked up for what you let him do.
Oh, no.
You that bastard. I'm going to get that in a minute. But I'm going to say this. I now respect why Jim Cornette hates your fucking guts so much and prays every day to outlive you and to shit on your grave. Matter of fact, Jim, if you see this, also ask the wife to set it on fire. But Vince, let me explain. Let me talk to you for a minute. Don't play that clip.
Yeah.
Hey,
nope, don't.
You look like the little cum stain on the mattress. I think I did not know shit got stacked that high.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
you got cheated out of brain cells. You would have tanked the World Wrestling Federation without Vince McMahon there to stop you. And funnel concepts. You had no business writing the very moment. Courtney, he's married, nobody in the business. Side note. Seeing as now I have the doctor taking a minute. Doc, I'll have you
I'm
in a
still
minute.
here. Okay.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mrs. DeVille.
Here we go.
But now, Vince, Jim Cornette doesn't hate many people. He hates you with a fucking nuclear passion that I have never seen a human being hate somebody. You have the brain of an ape whose balls shriveled up even though they were fucking huge. You try to claim that you still know how it works. Vince, do yourself a favor and shut the fuck up. Because guess what, dumbass? Your shit in TNA? Here's an interesting fact. You nearly caused people to get injured and have to be retired because of nasty ass shit. Biggest fucking example, Hernandez. I'll put it to you like this. Hang on. That spot where he did that moonsault and almost broke his fucking neck and reshoot the goddamn thing twice. That was your fucking idea. Don't believe me, folks? Go check out the offshoot with Jim Cornette. There are things he will tell you when he was working at TNA, when he got to work with Russo. Jeff Jarrett, you dumb bastard. You're going to have to get fried for that eventually. somewhere down the road. But you know what pisses me off, Vince? You still thought the Jerry Springer concepts actually worked. You thought, oh, I'm gonna come out and throw the idea of, oh, son's fucking his mom, monkey's humping a football, somebody's having sex with a tree, you know, shit like that. Ed Ferrara, the mere fact your motherfucking cocksucker ass went out with that stupid fucking Oklahoma shtick, making fun of a man who has now gone through 3 bouts of Bell's palsy and beat cancer. Guess what, Mr. Ferrara? Fuck you. You ain't shit. Russo, the fact that you let that fat fuck walk out there and do that shit, I am shocked as hell, given that I know the respect that Tony Schiavone has for JR. Schiavone didn't take his fucking headset off and go, fuck this, walk right back, say, fuck you, I quit.
Oh my God.
And went to the board and said, I'm done. I don't give a fuck if I breach contract. Fuck this, I quit. You are the reason Owen Hart ain't here no more. You the pitch. Owen bringing back Blue Blazer, you dumb bastard. Business pitching it. Because if you hadn't, then Vince McMahon would have never had the idea to have him come from the fucking ceiling. Or would have him do it, which was much safer, would have probably done the same harness and rig like Shawn Michaels did at Mania 12, which would probably work better than the fucking concept you came up with. You dumb prick. Let me tell you something, you no good rotten cocksucker. You have fucked up with creative ideas so bad, you have had wrestlers, great professional wrestlers, quit because of your stupidity and lack of being stuck in Crash TV. And you seem to think that still fucking works now. There are certain storylines that it works for. I will agree to that. You still think this is the Attitude Era and that you can implement that bullshit idea and it works. Let me tell you something, dipshit. It fucking don't. It don't. Jackass. Let me explain this real quick. I'm being nice. Right now, you know, if a certain family member wasn't so sick, trust me, you would be all seeing me so much more animated and pissed off. But I'm being polite right now. You've all seen it with Meltzer. Russo, you are the shit stain and the cum stain on both the pillow and the mattress of pro wrestling. You are the biggest fucking Stugatz dumbass I've ever heard. The bullshit that I have heard you spew on Dark Side of the Ring on things that you were not privy to. Here's one for you. You came up with the fucking Brawl for All because you wanted Bradshaw to get his ass put in his place. Well, guess what? At least you fucking got that part done.
Thank you, Bobby.
But guess what, you dumb bastard? What did you get out of it? Sure, Bradshaw got his ass kicked. But guess what fucking happened instead? Bart Gunn got fucked out of his career. Because guess what? Oh, I was just about to say that. And you fucking embarrassed Dr. Death Steve Williams. If I would have been Vince, I would have called Butterbean and said, hey, I don't want you taking on, you're not going to take on Bart Gunn. We ain't doing it. I said, Butterbean, I got better. I'm going to put Vince Russo out there. And I told Butterbean, I'd have said, here's an extra 50 grand. Fuck them all. Just for that. Okay? I'll say this. Had you still been there when we had the Brood, I wouldn't have been surprised if you pitched the idea that Gangrel had a fake skull and he was fucking it as he's coming up through the flames. You sick bastard.
God.
I would not have been surprised if you pitched an idea like that.
Now that's a headline.
Not the kind of head you want, folks. But I digress.
Yikes.
But here's the other thing, Vince. You know what you did? You then, because you got offended by the old man saying, hey, hire you a nanny. Guess what, Russo? I will say I respect the fact that you got pissed. But instead of being a man and standing up for yourself, you tucked your tiny 2-inch penis up your ass and hightailed to WCW. You tried to reboot and reset that. And then the coup de motherfucking da that seals WCW's fate. And we're going to dig to that in a minute. Bash at the Beach 2000. I'm about to go off before we fry you, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I admit that, yes, you saw young talent that should have been world champion. You, and everybody can back this one up. You are the one that advocated for Booker T to become world champion. You did. I will give you that one. I am proud to say I respect that one. But then we get to Bash at the Beach and the pitch that Bischoff explained on Dark Side of the Ring. And your fuckface ass still didn't get it? You dumbass! Do you not get what you were supposed to do?
Ooh.
Your idea was taking the little sliver that you had pitched, and they made it better. Yes, Jarrett loses. Hogan's the champ. He goes off saying, this place is a shit show. I'm out. You weren't supposed to cut that fucking promo. You were supposed to let it happen. And then at the end of the night, guess what you were gonna do? You would have announced a tournament, participants and all, and then whatever pay-per-view it was gonna be, right as the tournament was about to culminate to crown a new world champion, Hogan was gonna come out and go, till you beat me, that belt don't mean shit. It has been done in the modern era on more than one occasion. That's 2 examples. Oh, I don't know. Phil Brooks and John Moxley, Phil Brooks and John Cena. I rest my case.
There you go.
That was what you were supposed to do. You weren't supposed to go out and cut a fucking shoot promo about the fact that they overrode your decision. You thought you continuously had power. For a short time you did, and then you couldn't deliver. So guess what? Those in charge, when Bischoff showed up again, said, we know he knows what the fuck he's doing. Let's make sure he can reel him in. Guess what you did, Vince? The dumbest 2 things in the world. You stripped all the champions back in April of 2000 of belts to start that fucking reboot bullshit, the new blood crap. But you want to know what the nail in the coffin, in my opinion, is? And you are responsible for this one. Because Jeff Jarrett has said it to this day. He wishes he would have said, fuck off. And gone to Hogan and told him. You manipulated and convinced Jeffrey Jarrett, to lay down and throw a match, knowing his lineage and pride in what his family did and created. Sir, had he gone to Bischoff and Hogan and told them, you would have been going in a fucking body bag because the boys would have had a fit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'd have pulled that shit in the WWF,
oh boy,
you would have met the real Undertaker. Because Mark Calloway would have fucking killed you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't I'm making that up. In the 70s, if you'd have pulled this shit, Harley Race would have put one between your fucking eyes.
Oh, damn.
With no fucking care. Dick Murdoch would have fucking done it. He probably would have would have fried your ass. I'll tell you this. You are the shit stain, the jizz stain, the abomination pro wrestling ever had to do. You are the poster child of why mom should have swallowed more often. And why dad had a weak pull-out game. You are the poster child for killing a boner, and your picture should be next to Joey Behar. The boner killers. You want to know what you are?
Killers.
You are the answer on one of the Cards Against Humanity. Well, actually, you are the co-answer to one of the Cards Against Humanity. What brought the orgy to a screeching halt? The boners of the elderly with Vince Russo walking in.
That's a nice ring to it.
Write that down, will you? So, Vince, do us a favor. Shut your fucking podcast down. Tell your infernal fuckface friend who thinks he knows what he's talking about, and all he did was jack off the curtain and jack you off to get noticed. Walk away. Fade away. And leave us the fuck alone.
Now we're talking.
And before I flip this switch with you, Doc, I'm going to say one final thing to Paul Levesque, Billy Corgan, Tony Khan, Brian Alvarez, David Meltzer, Vince Russo. Irrelevant and no longer welcome in any fucking presser ever again. These three twinkle-toed, cum-dumping, fuck-face cocksuckers are the reason the IWC becomes not only extremely toxic and unbearable, but why so much drama and bullshit takes place. Why some wrestling couples end up fucking breaking up.
Yeah.
So guess what, Vinny Roo? I'm going to send one last little bit of love to Mr. Cornette, a former victim. Forgive me for having to roast you. You had earned it. But I appreciate it, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby.
I leave you with this. Mr. Russo, thank you, fuck you. You're about to be deep fried. And Doc.
Yes.
Before you flip the switch, you are going to have to do one minor piece of surgery.
Oh.
We don't know how good his wife is getting laid, so you might have to lop off what the excuse he has for a penis. So she has some form of a dildo to play with.
Let me talk to you.
But with that said, folks, Vince Russo, thank you, fuck you. On a one. I think.
I do.
You.
Fuck you. Okay, let's do this.
Deep fried, baby boy.
Let's do it.
Now comes the part where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your failed and useless lives. But as my plastic surgeon always said, if you gotta go, go with a smile.
Oh, I got a live one here. Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Oh, that
yeah,
reminds
we're
me.
definitely. Oh.
He's deep fried. That reminds me. I gotta pull out the brisket in about a minute.
Oh, God.
You're crazy.
Haven't you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
So, folks.
Yeah.
Vince Russo. Done. But, folks, as always, I love you. I can't do this without you. You know how to do it. Before we go, I mentioned it during talking about Madusa.
Right.
So it got me thinking.
Oh.
I mentioned his name.
Is it
What is
Bischoff?
Eric? Yes, it is. So here's a scenario I had that kind of came through while we were talking about it. What if Eric Bischoff ended up becoming an announcer for Vince McMahon? Would he have ever become the catalyst that would spark the Monday Night War? That's
something to consider here. Something to consider here.
I think maybe just dive into that next week.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, I want to say thank you all every single time. Boss, Bobby, Courtney, Dre, everybody that showed up.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to find us. But if you don't, Doc, tell them how to find you, my dear.
Of course. Find me at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Writing Cat. I do Between the Ropes on Tuesday nights for the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I talk different things on YouTube, and that's where you can find me. Mr. J.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you get the shows. And this just broke. Little Birdie just confirmed it. Multiple sources have now confirmed it is true. The Death Machine is in Memphis to discuss a deal both on screen and in the back. Could it happen? Is it going to happen? Who knows? Collision is in an hour. Collision happens live at the top of the hour.
I'm watching.
To find out. But folks,
we'll find out.
If you missed last night's show with Last Week in Wrestling, make sure you go check it out. The replay's up.
Watch
If you
it.
missed ladies from it earlier, the replay's up.
Check it out.
If you ended up missing us here as we're about to end, you can watch
Check
it from
us
the
out.
beginning. Check us out. But folks, you know how to find everybody. Use the Linktree link. Show some love to the sponsors and our ambassadors we're for. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified, telegraph, telephone, tell your baby mama, tell two inmates. Unfortunately, we already told Vince Russo, and while his fried body is making me remind myself I have to pull out the brisket.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Woo. Yikes.
Titillating, I know. But
Very.
Next week, we're going to talk about Bischoff. If he never became head at WCW, how would that have played out? Who my victim will be for the sure.
We'll find out.
You'll have to wait and see, kiddos. But for now, I must bid you all goodbye, night, and Vince Russo.
Fuck you. They're playing with the stash again.
And have fun.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Toodaloo.
Well, it's time to retire. Feel free to drop in.
My life is nothing but a comedy.